Hi everyone. So I know a lot of you probably don't know who I am or why I'm on your feed, so I thought what I could do is do a get ready with me while I drink my matcha. That's good. And I just tell you some stuff about myself while I get ready. I'm getting ready to film some content for today. So I just said I would sit down and finally do a full get ready with me, and you'll get to see my makeup, the way I do it, and we'll just get to know each other. Now, sorry if I am looking a bit off the camera. My mirror is actually here for when I'm getting ready. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jordan. I'm from Cork in Ireland. I live in the small town of Cove. If you've heard of the Titanic, you've probably heard of Cove. I've grown up in this town. I've never left here. Been here all my life. Small town mentality. So yeah, it's been great living here. And I set myself a goal that when I started my Bookstagram and my booktube, I wanted to start booktube and my book talk, that because I live in such a small town, I care so much about what other people think of me, because everyone knows everyone where I live. So it was very hard for me to turn around and be like, yeah, I'm going to make a channel where all those people I went to school with can see me and judge me. So it's taken me a while to get to the point where I feel like I'm kind of ready to make that step to YouTube. But I feel like 2025 is the year to do that, because I just want to go further, and I know TikTok's getting banned in America come January, so I want to be able to just have another platform where I can post my kind of daily life. For anyone wondering, my eyebrows, I use the e.l.f. glue. It is amazing. I already do have my brows laminated, but it just helps in between. So some more facts about me. So grew up in Cove, have never left this place. I don't know, will I ever leave this place? Hopefully at some point I want to do some travelling. Me and my boyfriend want to move country. We're together nearly 4 years. So we're just kind of ready to make that move, because if you're living in Ireland or know of people living in Ireland, you probably know that the rent culture here is quite hard at the moment. It's very hard to find anywhere to live, to be able to sustain moving out, all those types of things. So the logical next step for us is moving. And I also feel like moving would make me more comfortable with documenting my life online, because it's hard when people know you and they know everything about you, or they think they know everything about you in a small town. So yeah, that's where I live and where I'm from. I'm going to go and do my eyebrows off camera, and I'll come back and talk to you some more. Now, brows are done, so I am back. I'm going with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. It is an amazing dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip. If you're looking for a more drugstore price point. So a little more about me. I'm 26, as obviously said in the last bit. I have a boyfriend. We're together nearly 4 years. I live in Cove as well. My job is probably the next part. I currently work as a youth justice worker, so I am working with young people. I trained as a youth worker. I went to UCC. Well, I started as a PLC student because I didn't get the points. If you're not from Ireland, we get into our colleges based on a point system. So if you don't get enough points, you don't get the course. So I didn't get the course, so I did the long way, which benefited me so much. So I did a PLC, which is a post-leaving cert. So I did that, got into UCC, did my degree in history and sociology, and then went on and did a postgrad in youth work, and I qualified 2 years ago. So I am in the big bad world of working now. I absolutely love my job. I love having an impact on young people's lives and just showing them there's alternative routes to get to where they want to go, because I obviously didn't take the classic route of get the points, go to college. I took the long way around. And at 26, I'm where I want to be in my career. The reason I'm starting this YouTube, I've went back and forth for a long time. I wanted to do makeup. I'm very interested in makeup. You'll probably see more about getting to know me. You'll notice that I love my makeup. I love doing my makeup. I've always gotten compliments on my makeup on nights out, or compliments when I do my makeup. So it started as that when I was a teenager. But then I lost interest in it. I had a makeup book. I had a makeup page. I had all those things. I had, similar to my Bookstagram, I had everything set up to do it. I wanted to take clients. I was going to go to college and do it because I didn't think I'd get into UCC. And then just decided, no, it actually isn't for me. It's more of a hobby. I wanted to get a degree to have something other than makeup. So that kind of fell to the wayside with me. But I still do it and I enjoy it, but it's just not something I see myself making content about. So then back in 2021, I want to say, I picked up a book. I can't remember where I picked it up. I think it was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Picked it up and binged it and bought the second two immediately. Then read It Ends With Us, binged it, and I just have not stopped reading since. Since I started reading again back in 2021, I've read like over 300 books, I think. I set a goal for myself this year to read 150, and I'm after surpassing that, so I'm delighted. But yeah, reading just became like my safe place, my haven, like where I'd go when I was feeling upset, where I'd go when I wanted to feel happy. I just fell in love with the world of books, so it just became what I wanted to make content about. And I saw all those creators like Destiny Sidwell, Sarah Crowley. I started looking on YouTube and gaining an interest from that. And I just decided I took the plunge to make a Bookstagram, and here I am 2 years later still doing it. I only made my book talk this time last year, I want to say. And that's grown a lot. It's grown a lot faster. I feel like TikTok grows a lot faster than Bookstagram. I feel like it takes a lot to grow organically on Bookstagram, but I feel like I've grown a lot more on TikTok, and I'm delighted. Now, I'm sad that it's going to be being removed in certain countries because some of the followers I do have are American. Mostly they're in Europe though. But I really, really just enjoy making content and making friends with people who love the same things as I do. It's great. Now, a few more things about me. I'm onto my foundation now. I am actually using the Cash Beauty foundation from the Aura collection. I absolutely love it. I just go in with a brush first, and then I will go and smooth everything out once it's all kind of blended with a beauty blender. So a few more things. I'm very interested in running. I've started posting about running more recently. I've always been someone who's kind of struggled with my weight. I've always been bigger than other girls. Cheers mom and dad. I've just always been bigger. And it's just all like, when I look back to when I was a teenager and I thought I was big, I'd love to go back and tell that girl that, no, you're not at all. I was in a very toxic relationship until I was probably, I think I was 22. And that caused a lot of the weight gain. Because I just wasn't happy in myself and I wasn't happy in the relationship. So therefore, ended up gaining weight. So then back in 2021, I became single and I lost 3 dress sizes, I want to say. I've never been someone that kind of looks at the scales. I don't like weighing myself. I feel like weighing yourself just causes so much more anxiety than it needs to. So I just look at the clothes and how I feel in clothes, and did I feel different? And I did. And I was a lot happier. And then I met my amazing boyfriend, my current boyfriend, who I love to pieces. And yeah, the rest is history with that. As someone who struggled with their weight, coming with that also comes mental health, and like struggling with my mental health, which I have done since I was very, very young. I want to say about 13. I've struggled with self-harm. I've struggled with suicidal thoughts. I've struggled with a lot over the years with my mental health. But I'm coming out the other side of it kind of now. I've gotten the diagnosis, so I've been diagnosed with OCD. That's kind of been on my channel a little bit on my TikTok. I've spoken about my OCD and the way it affects me and how hard it is, not only for me but for the other people in my life, and them having to learn how to handle me when I'm going through it, because it's quite difficult. If you're someone with OCD or you know someone with OCD, you probably know how hard it is. It's a constant struggle every day, but with medication and therapy I found that I'm getting better at managing it, and that I've always had it, but I only got diagnosed in the last year or two, but that it's always been there. So yeah, I have OCD, anxiety, all the things. But yeah, we're in therapy, and therapy shouldn't be a scary thing. I know it is for people, but it shouldn't be a scary thing, because I was a person who was scared of it. I met with, sorry now, I just need to grab some other stuff from behind me. I met a counsellor before, I didn't like them, so I decided I didn't like therapy. But that's not the case, I just didn't like the therapist. But I have an amazing therapist now, and working through all my anxieties, where they come from, where they stem from, has been truly amazing for me, because I can track back to when it started, why it started, all those things. So it's great. I don't want to go into too much detail, because I know talking about mental health on this, like, I know it can be quite triggering for some people, so I don't want to trigger anyone by talking about it too much. So yeah, that's my mental health journey. I'm currently doing very, very well, thank God. And I found that doing this kind of content, it has helped in a way. It gives me somewhere an outlet for my emotions, an outlet for how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling upset, I'll just go make some videos and it'll distract me for a while. So it's been a godsend really, and the community of Book Talk, which has just been, there's an amazing community. Now there obviously is toxic sides to every type of community. It won't just solely be Book Talk, but there's toxic sides to all of it. But I've been lucky enough to meet some amazing friends from doing this. Now, sorry, I just did a little bit of bronzer and contour quickly off camera, because I feel like I'm going to be chatting for ages if I do all the steps. I'm just going in with some more bronzer with the Made by Mitchell Curve Case. It's absolutely amazing, especially for people who would travel or anything like that. It's literally just, it has everything you need in one little case, rather than taking all your individual products. It's really good, and for the price point as well, it's amazing. But anyway, so my sole focus with making these videos is obviously to reach the wider book community, to make more book friends, all that. But I love making book content. I find it very therapeutic. I love it. But I feel like I need to broaden my horizons a little bit. So that's the goal for making this transition from just doing TikTok and Bookstagram to going to kind of YouTube and all that. I just really want to broaden the scope of what I'm doing, because I obviously have my job, that's amazing, but I'd love to make this more than just a hobby and just doing it on my own time. Like, I'd love to have like part of it be part of my life and my job and everything. Don't worry, I will be blending out the blush as well. I know it looks a bit crazy right now. I'm like Sabrina Carpenter with blush blindness. So I've set some goals for myself for 2025. And one of the goals was to make a YouTube channel. That was the main goal, was to make a YouTube channel. I don't know how to do all the editing. I don't know how to do all that, but that's something I want to learn. I want to broaden my skill set to not just making videos on CapCut, or not just, you know, posting the odd video here and there. I want to just make it a whole lifestyle. Like, I don't just want to post about books. I want to be able to post about running or about other hobbies I may have that other people might be interested in. Because I know if you go to someone's account and they're only doing one thing and you're not interested in that one thing, you're not going to want to watch their content, because there's no content specific for you with them. So that's why I kind of want to start doing more than just what I have been doing. Now, don't get me wrong, it'll still primarily be books, because that's my bread and butter. That's what I love. But there are other parts of it, like I'm currently training for a half marathon, so that's a thing that I'd like to document, like my kind of experience with learning to run. Like, and I know saying that it sounds funny, learning to run, but I really did have to learn to run. It took some time, but I feel like I'm finally getting the hang of it. My family are avid runners. My sister has run 2 marathons. My brother-in-law has run a half marathon. My mother has run a half marathon. My granddad ran like 26 marathons before he passed away. Marathons are a huge part of my family, basically, and running. So that's kind of another goal I set for myself in 2024, was that I wanted to start running, to have a different outlet, because I used to go to the gym a lot. I don't so much anymore because I've gotten a lot of gym anxiety, because I feel like people are judging you in the gym, even though I guarantee the amount of people that will say no one's judging you, they're just doing their own thing, which I know that, and logically I know that, but I don't feel that for me. It just isn't comfortable for me. So I've started running to have an outlet for exercise, and it's been amazing for my head. It's great for those intrusive thoughts. It's just a good outlet for someone, I think, because you're so focused on trying to breathe and trying to get through the run that your mind kind of switches off from what you're normally thinking. So it's been a godsend for me in that sense. And if there anyone who wants advice on running, honestly, don't come to me, because I don't have advice. I'll just give you the advice my granddad gave my sister before she ran her first full marathon, which was put one leg in front of the other and just run. That was his advice, was just put one leg in front of the other and run. So yeah, that's just a bit about me, about who I am, where I'm from. There's not much really. I'm just your run-of-the-mill average girl from a small Irish town. So my favourite book series is actually set in where I'm from. So I'll tell you all about that in the next part. I'm just going to start putting some stuff away so that I can focus on the camera. Now I am back. I'm normally not someone to do natural makeup or do makeup this quick, but I've done this quite fast and while talking. So maybe that's what I just need to do in future, is just yap the whole time, and I'll probably get it done a lot faster. I can't remember what I was saying. It was about my running, I think. But I see these amazing creators, like the booktube creators that I follow, and like they just I love them, and I just want, not that I want to be like them, but that's what I want to do. Like, I felt like as a teenager that I was always wanting to be like other people. I was never wanting to be like myself. So when I say that, it's not that I want to be like them. It's just that that's something that I've always wanted to do, but never had the confidence to do it. And now I feel like I'm finally getting that confidence, through making videos, through the good responses I get from people on my videos. I'm very lucky so far that I have not experienced any hate. I think people who give hate, I don't understand why. Their content might not be for you, but it could be for someone else. So there's no need to shit on other people's on people's way, like, of making content. It's completely up to them. It's completely unique, and just because one person doesn't like you doesn't mean another person will like you. Do you know, it just because one person doesn't like you doesn't mean there isn't a million others out there that will love you. So I just think it's amazing. So my goal for 2025, I've set a few goals so far. Like, we're at the end of the year. One of my goals is to stop vaping. I quit smoking in January of this year, which was something that I never ever thought would happen. I do not endorse smoking. I do not endorse vaping. I really don't endorse any of it. But I felt like I was so anxious for so many years. I was nearly using smoking as a way to kind of curb that anxiety and curb that fear feeling. But once I started getting my mental health looked at, I realised I actually don't need smoking as much as I used to. So I quit. And now we're going on a year of me quitting, and I've been vaping more or less the whole time, which is not good, obviously, because we don't know much about it. Sorry, I'm just mixing my matcha around. And that's something I want to quit in 2025. As well, one of my other goals in 2025 is to run a half marathon. That's my goal. I want to run the Cork City Marathon in 2025. Not the full, the half. Now, I'm training at the moment, so I probably could try train for the full. But we're going to aim for the half because I don't want to set my expectations of myself too high and then fail and then feel disappointed. So that's one of my main goals. My other goal is obviously this, recording more content, making more time for content, because I feel like I don't do it enough. I don't make enough time for it. Since I started my new job in September, I feel like I've been so busy focusing on that my content has kind of fell to the wayside, and I want to really get back to doing more with it. So that's a main goal. I need to carve out time for it. I want to start waking up earlier in 2025. I want to start waking up at like 6, ideally 7 the latest, and kind of like get my runs, get meal prepping done, get all that stuff done before I even start my day, so that like I start the day off right, as opposed to, sorry, my lip liner just broke. Basically I want to start the day off on the right foot, and I feel like I haven't been doing that for a while, and I feel like when I do wake up and I am productive, my mental health is just a lot better. So it's something that I really want to prioritize next year. And as well, one of my other goals is to push myself outside of my comfort zone. I'm very good at doing things that are the same. I'm very good at sticking to the same thing because it's comfortable. I'm not good at changing. So that is something I really do want to change, which is mad because I just said I don't like change, but we got to do things we don't like sometimes to benefit us. So I want to change my routines. I want to change the things I'm doing. I want to put myself into more activities so I can make more friends. There's a lot of things I want to do. And also I want to push myself out of my comfort zone with my style, the clothes I wear, things like that, because I feel like I just kind of go for the same clothes every day. So I did a big clear out of my wardrobe last night so that I have no excuse. Like, I'm constantly saving clothes for the right occasion, or saving perfume for the right day, for the right going out, like for the right thing, and then I'm never using them. Like, this is from Sarah and Dez's bookmarked collection that they did with House of Jupiter. I can't remember when I bought this, but I bought it when it originally dropped. I can't remember that when that was, but I want to say it was a good few months ago. This is my first time wearing it because I've just gotten into such a rut of wearing the same stuff over and over again that I don't change my outfits. Now, I am just going to go do my mascara and I'll be back, because I cannot do that on camera. I'm not confident enough for that yet. Right, everyone, I am back from doing my mascara. I'm very impressed with how my makeup turns out. It's very natural for me. I've had this roller in my hair for a while, so I really do hope my bangs come out nice. But yeah, back to like getting out of my comfort zone. Even right now, there's no one home in my house, and that's the only reason I'm filming this type of content, is because I know there's no one here to kind of judge me. Whereas the response I've gotten from everyone that I've kind of, when I've made these videos, is positive. I've never gotten any negativity, but it's just the fear of people judging you, which I know everyone feels, it's not just me. But yeah, I'm just wanting to push myself out of my comfort zone, just do more. Like, my boyfriend's constantly like to me, because I'm constantly watching booktube and I'm constantly watching YouTube and other creators, and he's like, why don't you do that? So now I am doing that. That's my plan. But yeah, I don't want this to be a solely book content type of channel, or my even my book talk, my bookstagram. I don't want them to be solely, in 2025, I don't want them to be solely books. I'd like to venture out to more lifestyle type content. Maybe about my running, maybe about just other hobbies, because I want to take up crocheting. I want to take up Pilates next year. There's a lot I want to do. There's a lot I want to get done. But I'm implementing it now so that it will stick for 2025. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed getting to know me. I hope I gave enough information. If there's any questions you want to ask me, comment below, and I'll answer all your questions. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this. This was very nerve-wracking for me making this. It's such a huge step for me, with my anxiety and all that. So I just would really appreciate any positive comments, positive engagement, and I hope to see you all in 2025, and we can see how the year will go.